Hello there, Internet. Today we find ourselves on fanfiction.net reading a very long 1,300 word story written by Ulrich619. The Rey Mysterio fan has of course written about Rugrats. Rated M for a reason. Just a drabble that came to me out of nowhere. Not for everyone. Read at own risk. Nightmare. Tommy, Lil, 23. Tommy, POV. Rated M for, well, you'll see. Read this. Fair warning. My name is Tommy Pickles, and I just had an argument with my girlfriend, Leon DeVille. I'm laying on my bed, trying to get some sleep. We had argued about something so stupid. She had been acting really weird, and all I did was ask what was wrong, and she snapped on me. She was laying next to me, facing away from me. I swear I heard her sobbing, but decided to leave her be and not make things worse. I had taken sleeping pills to try and knock me out, and I feel them start to work, but I feel a bit weird. All of a sudden, I feel my eyes getting heavy, and I fall asleep. This, my friend, is where the nightmare begins. I wake up in a hospital bed. No IV, or machines hooked up to me or anything, just laying fully clothed in a hospital bed. I look out the windows into pitch blackness. Jesus, where the fuck am I? I said out loud. Then I noticed something that made my blood run cold. The hospital that I was in was dead silent. Ooh. I opened the door to the room and peeked out into the hallway, but saw no one and heard nothing. Man, this is creeping me out. I thought to myself as I started walking down the hallway. When I got to the end, I peeked around the corner, and whether I looked right down one hallway or left down the other, it was deserted. Then I started to notice the lights at the other end of the hallway start to go out. As the lights keep turning out, getting closer and closer, I start to hear what sound like children laughing, babies giggling, and muffled whispering. I was freaked out. The lights around me were flickering, and random writings in what looked like blood covered the ceiling, walls and floor. What the fuck? I screamed, looking at the writing all around me, but one stuck out most. She loved you. I started to cry as I slid down the floor and buried my knees into my chest, while the lights around me finally went out and I was plunged into darkness. Then I heard the most terrifying voice speak to me. The best way I could describe it was a high-toned voice, like a child. A low one, almost demonic in nature, and my own voice mixed together. And I looked up, and what I saw made my heart stop. Hello, Tommy, it said to me. I couldn't believe what I was looking at. You're... I stammered, trying to get onto my feet. You... It spoke again. No, I'm not you. I have taken this form to seem human to you. I was terrified. It looked just like me, but where my eyes would be were black holes. No eyes. Just emptiness. Why am I here? What is this place? What's going on? I screamed, trying not to lose what little sanity I had left at this point. It pointed at me. You are here because you are in need of torment and fear. This place is waypoint for souls on their way to damnation, and... I stopped dead in my tracks. Wait, what? Souls? You mean I'm fucking dead? It shook its head. Not really. This is only a vision of what lies in store for you. Eternal punishment. Till the decision is made. I began to cry again. Who makes this decision? I asked, wiping my eyes. It laughed. You, of course. Now come, I must strip you of you sanity and break you of hope, it said, grabbing both sides of my head. All of a sudden, I'm in my room, and I see Lil crying, walking towards the bathroom holding something. Lil, baby, wait. I said, walking into the bathroom behind her. She turned on the faucet to fill the tub and walked over to the mirror, looking into it and whispering my name. What? Lil. Baby, I'm right here. I want to grab her, but my hand went through her. Then I noticed what she was holding. A straight razor. She got into the tub and I started screaming as she ran the razor over her wrists. Oh God, Lil, please, baby, oh God, no! I slid to my knees screaming, crying my eyes out. There it appeared in the doorway, laughing at me. This is only the beginning for you, Thomas, it cracked an evil grin. Please, please, no more, I cried. It laughed even harder now. It really is a shame about her, you know, it said, crossing its arms. She was a month pregnant. That's what she didn't want to tell you. I stopped crying and stared at it. What did you say? I asked it, standing up. She was a month pregnant and was trying to figure out how to tell you. But you overdosed on sleeping pills and now you are here. It said, pointing. The now lifeless corpse in the tub. Then I heard something I never thought I would hear again. I heard Lil's voice. Tommy, baby, please wake up. Don't leave me, Tommy, please. Wake up. I looked around for where it was coming from. Lil, baby, where are you? I'm right here. It laughed at me. You think you can escape this? Then, all of a sudden, I felt a shot in my chest and I began to feel very warm. Ah, fuck, I screamed in pain as a white light surrounded me. I slowly opened my eyes to see I was in an ambulance and heard a voice scream, We got a pulse! Lil was crying and heard a voice say, Welcome back. I looked and one of the paramedics was shining a light in my eyes, telling me to follow it, which I did. Just so he would get it out of my face, I looked over at Lil, who was covering her mouth with her hands, crying heavily. I reached for her with my hand and she took it. Hi, baby, she said, kissing my forehead. What happened? I asked, sitting up but was shoved back down by the paramedic. Sir, you need to stay down till you are checked out at the hospital, okay? I nodded and Lil sat back down and began to tell me that she rolled over to kiss me goodnight and I had stopped breathing. She gave me CPR and called 911. Then it hit me. What I experienced was hell. But was there any truth to what it said? I looked over at Lil and asked her one question. Lil. She looked over at me with tears in her eyes, holding my hand for dear life. Are you pregnant? Her face turned pale and then red. She slowly nodded. I'm a month in. How did you know? I smiled and started to tell her whatever that place was I experienced. When we got to the hospital, Lil was watching alongside me while I got checked out. She told me that she would never leave my side. I smiled. I remained at the hospital for the night. For psych eval and suicide watch, Lil took it upon herself to nestle up to me in the hospital bed. I kissed her forehead and she smiled and wrapped her arms around me. That nightmare, or whatever it was, scared me so much. Lil looked up at me. It sounds like it, babe. But you're here with me and your future son or daughter, and that's all that matters. She grabbed my hand and placed it on her stomach. I smiled and leaned in and kissed her. I'm sorry for not telling you sooner. I was just scared that you would freak out and leave. I hugged her tightly. I love you so much, Lillian. She smiled back at me and kissed me. I love you too, Tommy. A.M. Author's note. This is only the beginning of this, but I want to see how it's received and reviewed before putting up the other chapters. R and R, please, and be nice. Well then, what do we say about this? Nothing. The end.